Hello, Wolfden! My name is Voltorn Elda and welcome back to Aviary Attorney. There isn't many places we can go currently, only back to the Ace Attorney or the Aviary Attorney offices. I'm gonna say Ace Attorney quite often, most likely. So yeah, let's go there. I'm still not entirely sure about this current case, cause our friend, who we are trying to protect, the Prince Juan or Renard Phelps, that story of his about protecting a girl who was forced to do a murder, but a gallant knight would take the fall. Are we once again protecting a murderer? Or someone who tried to murder someone? Or... it's confusing, it is difficult to understand, and I do not know where this is going. But anyway, we are gonna get started. Back to the Aviary Attorney offices. I'm gonna make that mistake quite often. Let's go! I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. Not too sure about that myself. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. Yeah, especially Prince Juan when he's not even Spanish royalty. That is just a bad thing in general. We've still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? Well, we could always go back and play Jacques Noir. I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. Yeah, indeed. I do want to take a quick look. This is a chocolate receipt. A receipt for 1 box of custom-filled chocolates from the 6th of January, sold to Judge Romulus, signed in green ink. To which Sparrowson said only criminals and villains write in green ink. Well, that's a bit silly. And these ticket stubs, 2 ticket stubs for a train bound to Vienna. Seats are booked for Gauthier and Nicole Sinch, and I know that a woman named Sinch was a swan. I don't think she was in our Facebook. She doesn't, yeah. Catherine Mary Sinch. But that is not Gauthier or Nicole, so I don't fully know what to think of that. Either way, yeah, we're not gonna go and play cards again. We did that last time. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet.
Falcon, we need to talk.
What's up?
See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know, but anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence.
What evidence would that be?
Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning, but we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole crux of this case. If the chocolate isn't the cause of the death of Major Howell, then our foxy friend is responsible through that flower, through that rose. So yeah, and that is true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up.
So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison.
Ooh. Sparrowson? What did you do? Well, sure, that could work, but it would also be incredibly foolish. Yes. Wait, were you thinking of eating that wrapper, Sparrowson? I don't think he was thinking of it. I think he already did it.
Maybe.
Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that.
I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper.
Even if you did it, you had to stick near me and say what you had done so I could help you out if things went wrong. You are... Whoa, just... Sparrowson, I know you want to help the case, but this is awfully risky.
45 minutes ago!
That's a long time ago. Sparrowson? Sparrowson? Well, now we know how long it takes for the poison. Let's go to a hospital, quickly. Is there a hospital nearby? I hope so. Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. A loitering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have a scent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That is good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Yeah. Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill. Oh, bloody hell. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. I hope Sparrowson is not afraid of needles. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You! I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken? You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see. That can't be good. That can't be good. Au revoir, JJ Falcon. Did we just get thrown into the Seine? What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2, 3. Did it work? I don't know what's going on, but this does not look good. Dame Katerleen. Are you behind this? I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. We're dreaming. We're definitely dreaming. Shut up. Well, technically, I made no mistakes. Or did I? Just shut up, Katerleen! Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer? Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rockwell on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Katerleen. It wasn't your fault. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur, wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Where the hell are we? Pont d'Art. Okay, that explains a lot. This newly built bridge boasts a magnificent view of the Louvre and offers quick passage across the Seine. Which is right where we need to be with the whole area where the murder took place. Hey, it's Toussaint. Come on, monsieur, wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worrying me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Well, thank God it's not a mortician. Oh, my head. Where am I?
The Pont d'Art, you know, by the Louvre in Paris, in France. I just fished you out of the Seine. Nearly broke my rod doing so. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falco or something.
What time is it? Actually, what day is it?
You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January at around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning.
21st. That's trial day. Oh no, the trial. I should have been at the court d'assises 10 minutes ago.
Well, you're running late, but take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding.
Yeah, I got thrown in the Seine. Maybe if I sprinted.
We could fly. In your condition? That would be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes.
No time.
Wait, monsieur. At least take this before you go.
What is this? A dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Yeah, okay, what's up with it? Bone handle, gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine.
Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you.
Did we take that from whoever pushed us? I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. I want to take a look at that. Falcon awoke upon the Pont d'Art with a fountain pen in hand. Contains green ink. Link signed in green ink. What? It did sound like Judge Romulus. Makes sense. But how are we going to link this to the case? Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one.
He's not a fisherman! Hey, don't call me a fisherman!
I knew it. Oh, bloody hell.
Well, here we are. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call.
Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism.
If there is no defense, which is a terrible inconvenience, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king.
Your Honor, may I have a word?
Fine, but make it quick.
I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end the trial in session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed and justice will be served. Cocorico, you're awesome. Thank you.
You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed.
Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict.
Of course you are. You are a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice.
That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury.
No, you won't. I object. The defense is present, Your Honor.
Didn't I throw you in the Seine? You're late, Falcon.
Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes.
Something like that.
Your Honor, we are all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Yeah, you would love to do that, wouldn't you?
Your Honor.
But Your Honor... Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. Well then.
It is a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium.
The King of France himself? The King of France? He is here? Mr. Penguin!
Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That is a pity.
Oh, Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see...
You know, it is my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it is the first time seeing a trial where the case is ended before it even began.
Well, the defense, he was late and, oh, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial, it'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right?
That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the King's testifying? No objections here. Go ahead with the trial. Going ahead is fine with me. And you wouldn't stand in the way of the King, would you, Your Honor?
Grumble. Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial.
Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder?
My activities? Well, I started the day with my tea and toast. As I normally do, I was dressed in my PJs at the time.
I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre.
Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre south entrance at around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest.
Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and Messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France.
Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor.
But I am the trustworthiness in all of the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination.
How dare you doubt the king? The utter nerve!
Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material.
Oh, prepare, cause I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay, we entered through the Louvre south entrance at around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Tibre with little fanfare. In the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. South entrance is obvious. Grand Gallery, also quite obvious. That's when the murder took place, and Prince of Spain. But the thing that we want to know about is whether or not Major Howell ate some chocolate. And that happened in the Salle de Tibre. So, with little fanfare, he even says. So, did something happen? A tiny bit. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle de Tibre uneventfully.
Indeed, We stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery.
What did you see in the Salle du Tibre? Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle du Tibre?
What did I see? Well, Roman stuff, mostly.
I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest.
Still, I would like him to elaborate at least a little bit, for even if the king finds something of little interest because he is the king, still, something as ordinary as someone giving chocolate to someone, that could still be a thing. I have no reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw.
Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. So, there was that giant doorstop.
So it was a giant doorstop. Okay then, Sparrowson, you were completely right about that.
And there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask it. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle.
Aha. Okay.
I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howe was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf.
What?
Did I say something startling, prosecutor?
No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session.
Well, that's debatable.
To cut the long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her?
Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s.
Like Miss Catherine Mary Sinch? She's the only swan that we know of. And she's hiding something. She ran away. We never got to question her even further. She's hiding something. Definitely. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was, Mademoiselle Sinch? Maybe. Just maybe.
Sinch? That sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think it was. She was called Mademoiselle Sinch.
I see. This is undoubtedly significant, Madam. Mademoiselle Sinch gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. But she was also with the Rose, so what was the deal? I'm confused. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you are alluding to, JJ. You are suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. But my friend kinda ate the wrapper and he almost died of poisoning, so yeah. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why? I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. You had a piece of evidence that's significant. You would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. There's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Okay. Why am I not surprised? Well, yeah. The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense has just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Whoops. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I am not done yet. I'm not gonna end over here. I am not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. And about bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. Adieu. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Yes, there it is. Hold it. Take that. Sparrowson!
Sorry, I've always wanted to do that.
I don't blame you for that, Sparrowson. I don't blame you at all. Sparrowson, are you okay?
Yup, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poison chocolate issue. I've got a doctor's note, see? It is too late, the trial is over.
You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. A complete turnabout. You must allow it.
Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges.
I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served.
I swear you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. Or at least the least cooperative one.
Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear.
Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning probably originated from the plant known as acronite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed Dr. Falret.
Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the King's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been uncovered.
Awesome. Wait, did you say the King is here?
You can get an autograph later.
Right. So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something?
To be honest, I see little reason to cross-examine.
Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds.
Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick about the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time, and nobody wants that.
So then what the hell do we do now?
We do nothing, Your Honor. This poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case, and the prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolates. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who could back up your claims? Yeah, about that. Maybe we should make Miss Sinch testify. Like, if she gave the chocolate.
Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help.
Thank you, Sparrowson. Miss Sinch! Hi!
Hello.
You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to this case. But what are you trying to pull off now?
Surprise witness.
Surprise witness?
Yes, surprise witness. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game.
Sparrowson, you are magnificent.
I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Sinch, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character.
You are putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, the court established that Mademoiselle Sinch is a possible suspect for this case. Whoops.
What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify.
You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to?
I do. I have accepted my fate.
Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Sinch as a witness?
No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan and not to convict Mademoiselle Sinch. Prosecuting is my job.
Of course.
I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah, that. I swear to do that. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Catherine Mary Sinch, and I am a flower seller.
Mademoiselle Sinch, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January.
Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle de Tigre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates.
That can't be right.
No, that can't be right.
Definitely can't be right.
I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire.
Why did you do it, mademoiselle?
Why, monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe any of that. Falcon, say something.
Mademoiselle, are you being cursed or threatened? Speak freely.
No, monsieur. I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's.
Although I don't doubt that, like, you did give the chocolate and the chocolate was poisoned, I am questioning whether or not you knew it was poisoned, and also the fact that you poisoned it. I seriously doubt that you were the one who poisoned it. So where does that leave us now? Yeah, intriguing, pretty convincing, but I might be helping Mr. Juan here, but there is still a story going on in the background which has very large implications on this case.
Well, defense, it looks like you just wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up?
No, I have not finished my examination. Especially because I seriously doubt about the whole poison stuff being done by her. Especially if it was in the chocolate by that chocolatier. She can't have done that herself. No, I haven't finished my examination. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor.
Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence.
I wish to uncover the truth.
You aren't here to uncover the truth, you're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence.
Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance, and I wish to question her further.
Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. You're a judge, you're supposed to allow it.
Especially if it matters to the case. Fine, can I at least show something to the witness?
You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say.
Well, I do have something to say, especially because I'm sort of questioning this entire case. 2 ticket stubs for a train bound to Vienna. Seats are booked for Gauthier and Nicole Sinch. That's your last name, so I'm guessing parents, maybe, who were brought to Vienna, put on the train so they would be safe from whatever would happen. You're being bribed, you're being threatened, and you saved your parents. That's what I'm guessing as of right now. So, have these? Please take a look at these, mademoiselle.
A train ticket stubs?
Look at the names.
Papa and Mama.
I knew it.
In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe?
They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox.
Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold me over. I can speak freely.
Mr. Romulus, you are in trouble. Indeed, go ahead, mademoiselle.
What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January, and I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my own volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, and he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder and he would drop all debts. Refuse and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this was none other than Judge Romulus.
Whoops. Yeah, what you gonna do about that, big guy? What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute, desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as prosecutor. Although, admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sort of stories never turn out to be true. They are always proven to be fabrications born out of desperation.
I've never been more honest, monsieur.
Listen, Mademoiselle Sinch, I would like to believe your story. But accusing a man, a judge or no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your claim?
Proof?
You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof.
The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him.
How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. For why would I ever make a contract that would incriminate me? The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie, and I skillfully hid all the evidence, yes.
Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Singe?
A link? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that the Mademoiselle story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Singe in the past. I know this because at this very moment I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. And that piece of evidence is the receipt. A box full of chocolate sold to Judge Romulus, signed in green ink on the 6th of January with a custom filling. That is awfully incriminating. And it's the best thing I have right now, so please let this work. I think you should take a look at this, Severin.
Me?
You don't trust it to the judge's hands? Nope, I absolutely don't, because he is a very, very vile wolf.
What? What is that? What does that piece of paper say?
This is a receipt for a box of chocolates from Landers Hagelslag's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, made out to a man named Romulus? Whoops. The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been of the same brand and flavor as the one that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this?
Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years.
You cannot be serious. The receipt is undisputably proof of your purchase.
Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed that receipt.
This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents.
Well, ain't that the easy way out?
That would be correct. Well, it is no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. Do I? This is the only thing I can come up with. This is the only thing that I have linking to the chocolate receipt. I have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs. I don't know if this is definitive proof. This is the only link I can place right now. Let's hope this works. Let's hope it works. Oh, but first things first, I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, that's mine.
Thanks, I've been looking for that thing everywhere. Ooh, you fell for a trap that I didn't even see coming myself. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Salisbury Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the Seine.
Oh, so that's why you smell of fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude.
This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed.
Did I say that this pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken.
Save it, Your Honor. I am not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color.
And as we all know, only baddies write in green.
That is not true. I also wrote in green in high school with a very colorful pen, and I am not a baddie. At least I think so. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in... Oh, so now writing in green is also for the arrogant? Well, great. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus.
So, Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it?
Take another look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink. Take that.
It certainly is quite a coincidence.
No, there is no more room for coincidence. There is no more doubt. There is only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. That custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Singe, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged the debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then, an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle Singe's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. And when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Singe to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it.
Fine. I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates and I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. But there is not a damn thing any of you can do because I am the judge and I am the highest person in court at this moment and there is no one who can judge me. I am the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes these sentences. With a snap of my fingers, I could have eaten every one of you guillotined at the place d'Austerlitz before nightfall. Who judges the judge? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even a god can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the cour d'assises. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't, but I do. Take him away, Inspector. I am not done. I am not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and government will fall, and the bourgeoisie will be slaughtered. You shall have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me! Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty, ignore him. Of course, carry on, Inspector.
Well, that took a turn for the better. Thank you, Cocorico. So...
What? Oh, what happens now?
Jury? I guess I'm supposed to take over the president's judge duties? Well, given the surprising series of revelations that just took place, we believe that the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Querido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Yay! But what about Miss Singe right now? Is she also gonna be non-guilty or...
What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear that you were cursed. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But as it happens, due to
Due process was not followed during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disreputed the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that the most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law. What does that mean? That justice will be served and you will go free.
He's saying you're free to go.
Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute.
Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna?
I think so, but you would have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although, now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris.
Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama?
Yes.
Well, yes, but I also want to get away from here before the fighting starts.
You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind.
It's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you're smart, you would clear out of here too.
Thanks for the concern, mademoiselle.
But we're far from smart, so we are staying put. I see. Then good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over.
Yeah, because a storm is definitely brewing. Either way, I have a feeling we are at the very end of this trial, of this act. So, with the time already being over 50 minutes, I apologize for the long episode. I'm gonna end the episode over here. So anyway, that's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Have a very nice day, and remember, have fun.
I knew something was wrong with that judge, but his words are beginning to worry me. Talk of a revolution, civil unrest. I have a feeling something big is going to happen and we will be stuck in the middle of it.